Okay, thank you. Now, once again, I am going to welcome, and I'm also going to welcome our Toastmaster of the day today, our immediate past president, Bruce. Bruce, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Kenan. And hello, everyone. I'm Bruce, and I'm also from China, like Rihanna Yu. And I'm also Bruce Yu. We have the same family name. And welcome to Buddies, Rihanna. As we talked about the goal of our long-term or short-term before the meeting, I just want to set a theme of this meeting, perseverance, because I believe it is very important if we can keep doing something toward to our goal. Because I had a lot of experience, and also the people around me, they made it through perseverance. They kept doing it until they succeeded. So I hope everyone, if you have a goal for your life, please keep on it until you succeed. Without further ado, I will just start meeting. Today we have a regular meeting. So the meeting will be divided into 3 parts. The first is prepared speakers. They will just deliver some speeches. The second part is the table topic session, and everyone is welcome to join and to give a mini speech. And the third part is the most important part, evaluation, because we can all learn from others. We can know what is the perspective from the evaluators, so we can keep improving on those part that the evaluators will give. So now I will just move on to the business. First is our prepared speeches. And our first speaker today is Rihanna Yu or Qing Yu. Is that you? And who is the evaluator? Nico?
Bruce, you need to introduce the role players, right? Bruce?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Okay, then yeah, I also have a team to help me with monitoring and reporting the meeting. Our first role is Grammarian. Could you please come up and introduce your role, Grammarian?
Sure, Mr. Toastmaster, and hello everyone. Today I'm playing the role of grammarian, and as a grammarian, my role is to observe the English that will be used by anyone in the meeting. I will be trying to find out the good usage of any good phrases or words used by any one of you, and I will also try to find out any mistakes which anyone might make. My other job is to provide you word of the day. Today the word of the day is elated, and it means full of high-spirited delight. In sentences, it can be used like, he would have been so elated at the news. Or it can be used, when I related my conversation to my wife, she was elated. So I encourage every one of you to use the word of the day as much as they can. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Grammarian Vivek. Now let's welcome our art counter, Denise. Denise, please.
Thank you, Bruce. Hi, everyone. I will be your counter for today. What that means is that I will be paying close attention to the filler words or long pauses, words like the one I just said. And I will be recording those. And at the very end, in the evaluation section, I will be providing a detailed report. Back to you, Bruce.
Thank you very much. Who is our timer? Please come forward and introduce your role. Timer.
Thank you, Bruce. Today, I will be the timer for the day. As the timer, I will show time signals throughout the meeting. For the prepared speeches, I will show 3 colors. We will have green, yellow, and red at the specific time recordings to the speaker's projects. So please keep in mind that for table topics, I'll show green at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes. For the speeches evaluations, I'll show green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes. I'll also be facilitating the timing for the evaluations at the end of our session. So good luck, everyone. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Zidi, for the introduction. Do we have Zoom Master? Okay. And I just make sure we have a table topic master and a general evaluator, right? Can I?
Yes, table topic master is Raghav and general evaluator is Anton.
And we have 2 evaluators because I see.
Yeah, I think first evaluator is Nicole. Second evaluator will be Dennis.
Okay, great. Okay. Then without further ado, let's go to the prepared speeches section. Our first speaker is Rihanna Yu, and she will be evaluated by Nicole. Nicole, please introduce the project purpose, objectives of Rihanna's speech.
Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to present Rihanna Yu. She's going to be giving her icebreaker speech. An icebreaker speech should last from 4 to 6 minutes, and the purpose of an icebreaker is to present a member to present themselves to the club. The title of Rihanna's speech is Be Friends with Emotions. So without further ado, please welcome Rihanna.
Okay. Hello, welcome, dear Toastmasters and guests. Thanks for coming to listening to my icebreaker speech. I'm Rihanna. My topic today is being friends with emotions. When I was a student, I lived happily with my classmates and can spoke out my feelings without any hesitations. During that time, I didn't realize that negative emotions can harm others, break things, relationships, and make things going wrong, and in the end, harm ourselves. Until I stepped into society, and started my first job, which made me realize that how important emotions are. Being an employee is totally different from being a student. There are so many complications in it. I was upset and by very tiny things and can easily frustrated by the bad mood of other people. So, don't you know it? Can't you understand what I said, Rihanna? My colleague said very angrily. I was very frustrated and didn't want to work anymore. I can feel that I was totally surrounded and controlled by my bad emotions and could not breathe, but only me can help me get out of that bad trap. So that's why I started running and listening to books to know more about myself. Life is philosophy, and I think I've found some valuable things in it. Emotions like anger, sadness, frustrations, and so on are human basic functions. Anger sounds like a very negative word, but it can protect us when when some danger seems were rivaled, and when we quarreled with our family, we found some true feelings from our families. So emotions, negative or positive, it can, both of them can lead us to the bad places. It is us who give some very subjective definitions to them. Emotions is a very, very objective word. So it depends on how we look at it. So the best way to get along with emotions is to be friends with them. First, we need to accept it when we get angry. Recognize that now you are staying with them, and then accept that it's a very normal thing. Everyone have that situations. And second, don't like the emotions hurt yourself. Other people's fault is not your fault. Everything that happened has its own reason. People shout at you, maybe their demands are not met. It's not your fault. I can always see other people's anger over their head and don't like those bad things hurt you. Last, try to describe your emotions and to find the deep reasons behind it. It can helps you to find your inner world. So emotions is a very, very big part of our human beings. You need to try to get along with emotions in harmony. It's hard, but it's meaningful. In next time when we talk with our friends, we can have a greater perspective, which can increase our horizons and happiness. Thanks for your listening. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Wow, that's great. And congratulations to accomplish your first speech, and this well done. And let's welcome our second speaker, Nico. Nico's evaluator is Denise. Denise, please introduce Nico's speech.
Thank you, Bruce. Hi, everyone. I will be evaluating Nicole. Nicole is in the visionary communication pathway and will conduct her second speech for the second project, evaluation and feedback. So she will be giving a speech and implementing some feedback that she received on the first one. Nicole is looking to sound natural and not tense or stiff. So I will be evaluating that. Everyone, please welcome Nicole.
Okay, so we've all had a similar situation. Picture this. You had a horrible day, whether it was with a coworker, maybe you had a fight with a family member or a friend. Maybe you're on your way to a very important appointment and you suddenly get a flat tire. Whatever it is that may have happened to you, at some point, someone may have come close to you, patted your shoulder, and said, "Don't worry about it. We're all in the same boat." I don't know about you, but if I have a flat tire and I'm on my way to an appointment, and all you do is pat my shoulder and tell me we're all in the same boat without offering any type of help, I'm going to think you're just a really condescending person, and I'm going to be really annoyed. So the famous saying is we're all in the same boat. And while it's meant to be a feeling of comfort that you're not alone, most of the time it's just an excuse to say, so I don't know how to help you, and I really can't help you because I don't know. I really don't want to think about it too much. So I'm just going to say this so that you know that you're not alone, and then I'll feel better about myself. I need to tell you something. We're not all in the same boat. No one has the same boat. Not even all of us have a boat. We're not in the same boat. We are in the same storm. And I'm going to use the example of Toastmasters. So let's say that you're in your pathway, you're in level 1, and you have to give your research and presenting speech. So some of us may have a lot of experience giving PowerPoints, researching about a topic, and then giving this awesome presentation with a demo and video and all the fireworks and all of that. And then some of us may have strengths that lie elsewhere. Maybe your strengths lie in storytelling, or maybe your strengths lie in impromptu speaking. How would you feel if you're doing something that is very challenging to you, that you're not really clear on how to continue, and someone just looks at you and goes, well, we're all in the same boat. We're all there at one point or another. That doesn't help you at all. So something that I want to encourage everyone to do is that, first off, please don't ever use that phrase, ever. If you're going to use it, please follow it up by actually being helpful. Don't just say it and disappear like a ghost. Second off, you have to identify what type of boat you have and what type of boat others may have to see who you can ask for help. So for example, if I'm new to Toastmasters and I want to build my confidence, I would ask a mentor like Marina or like our VPE Denise to help me get the skills to build my confidence. If I want to do a better technical speech, I would ask someone like Han, who gave a workshop about technical setups. Or I would ask Raghav, who has given many speeches regarding technology and also has awesome backgrounds usually. So that's if you're the person that needs help. If you're the person that has a boat and you know that you can help someone else, I would like to encourage you to keep an eye out on other people. Remember, we don't all have the same boat, but we are in the same storm. So sometimes maybe someone wants to have a goal, and instead of needing a boat, maybe they need a canoe. And maybe you have a canoe, maybe you have an expertise in a canoe. Or maybe they need a sailboat, which is different from a boat, but I'm from an island, so I don't know if many of you know this. And then not only identify when someone needs help, but please actively go help them. And if you don't know how to help them, maybe reach out to someone to be kind of like a liaison or an intermediary to translate so that the other person knows that not only are they not alone, it's like, hey, I'm here to help. I'm here with aid. So something important to note is that sometimes at some point in your life, you may find yourself in the storm without any vessel at all. Sometimes you may just be drowning. And if you're drowning, it's hard to identify that you're drowning. It may be hard to actually reach out for help. You're drowning, you're just focusing on surviving. So in this case, I would like to make a call to action to all buddies. We are a big club and we're here to support each other. If you feel that someone may be drowning, or you feel that you may have a vessel that can help someone get them from where they are to where they want to go, and you don't know how to reach out to them, please reach out to a club officer or to a mentor or to another fellow buddy. But no matter what your takeaway from this may be, just remember this. We're not all in the same boat, but we are in the same storm. So when you can, please be kind, but also please help if you can. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Nico, for your sharing. Actually, it is important that we always help each other. So that's why we are here and improve together. Great. Now, please, Zoom Master, read the poll and please choose your favorite speaker here. After this, we will go into table topic session. And today, our table topic master is Raghav. Let's welcome Raghav. Hello, Raghav, are you there?
Hi.
Okay,
Hello.
good.
So
Go
hello
ahead.
everyone. welcome to the table topics segment. This is our second important segment for our meeting. Here we have the chance for everybody, including guests, to just raise your hands and take a shot at answering a question. You have 1 to 1.5 minutes to answer the question, and you should answer at least for 1 minute. So 1 minute is qualifying, and you can talk to 1.5, and 2 is the cutoff. So guests are welcome to participate. I would like to share my screen. Nicholas, can I
Now it
share
should be
my
active.
screen? Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, so if you're all able to see the screen now, can the first speaker, whoever would like to participate in the table topics, can just raise your hands or unmute yourself and pick a number. Oops.
I will try. I raise my hand.
Lucille wants to try.
Okay, which
Yeah,
question?
do you hear me?
Yeah.
Number 3. Number 3.
Okay. So are you able to see my screen? Yes.
Yes.
So self-confidence is crucial to achieving success. You have the next 1 to 1.5 minutes to give yourself a short motivational speech to overcome some challenge that you're facing.
Self-confidence is crucial for achieving success. Yeah. How to get it? Today, I have an opportunity to get a job. This is an important job. And I feel that the self-confidence is important for this job of management. I have a team to manage. This team has some skills, but I want to show you that it is my self-confidence that will help me to use my background experiences to better manage this team. Let me tell you, you member of this jury, in front of you, I cultivate this self-confidence long time ago, just because I work on the field. I meet some communities, I help them to raise their problematics, and I build some projects with them. And together, we raise money in order to have fun and implement projects. So that is what I want to show you today, that I am able to continue building my self-confidence, but also sharing this with the member of my team, using their skills to better address the new challenge in front of me. Don't hesitate. Take me as your new project manager. I will show you the rest. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master.
Thanks, Lucille. That was a great answer. And I'm sure I will choose you as our project manager. So the next question goes to Tracy. Tracy, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
So
I'll
you
take
can
number 2.
Yeah. Okay. One situation or experience where you ended up achieving something that you initially thought was impossible.
I can think of lots of situations where I had a task to do that seemed impossible. I'll take my experience with losing my home. Here, the Hurricane Dorian destroyed my home, and there was the daunting task of going to the house and removing anything that was left, along with the emotions of the great loss and reliving it I also had to try and regroup and gather what was left that we could salvage and use. And there was so much debris, so much destruction. It was hard to decide where to begin. But bit by bit, I just took it one moment, one step at a time. And it did take quite some time, but I was able to get everything cleared away. And it was great to have the support of friends and families who could do that along with me. It seemed impossible, but when it was done, there was a feeling of closure and also an accomplishment to be able to save some of the items that we have and to be appreciative of life and the ability to be alive to do this, because there was a lot of loss in that storm. So I would say that was the biggest task that I thought was impossible to accomplish that I was able to do. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thanks for the answer, Tracy. And I'm sure that was a challenging situation. Congrats to you for overcoming that. So we have 1, 4, and 5. Who would be the next table topic speaker?
Shall I participate?
Yeah, sure. You can pick a number.
Number 1.
Okay. So victory is always possible for the person who refuses to stop fighting. So share about one story where you won by simply refusing to lose, where you continue to work your way towards victory.
Okay. Yes, I can share one simple story that I experienced. Once I tried for an exam. Initially, I thought I had no enough time to ready for the exam, and I thought several times to give up, and but finally, eventually, I thought anyway, I'll do a try for the exam, and with the time available, I prepared as much as possible, and I did it best I could, and I achieved a good result. So that is one example I can share that I achieved. Yes.
Congrats, Sanit. I truly can relate to your experience. I've had similar experiences as well, and you did great by overcoming that. So if Riley, would you be willing to take the next question?
Sure.
Great. Okay. So we have 4 or 5.
Let's go with 5.
Good. Okay. I never dreamed of success. I worked for it. What are the steps or actions that you are taking to achieve your dream?
Sure. So I definitely think it's important when you're looking at achieving a dream to look beyond just working hard. A lot of us have the concept that working hard gets us places, but I think a lot more goes into it. Working smart is also a big part of it. When you work smart, you take your time, you think, you strategize, you go through tactics. And from my experience in life, this is super helpful. It helps you really hone in on where to put your effort, because we only have a limited amount of time every day. We only have a limited amount of effort every day. And we take that effort and we focus it. That's how we get true results. So for myself, when it comes to dreams, I think you have to, one, think, two, strategize, three, put in the effort, and four, just realize the result and go back on it afterwards, reflect, and move on after. So for myself, I think when you're realizing a dream, those steps will help you get there. Thank you.
That was a brilliant answer, Riley. Madan, thanks for raising your hand to take the next question. So the next question and the last question goes to you. And this will be question number 4. So, yeah. Don't be discouraged. It's often the last key in the bunch that opens the lock. So one last chance and you achieved your goal. You can either choose one such similar experience that you had, or simply try to motivate your friend who just needs to try that one more time. Go for it when you're ready.
Sure, just a moment. I could, my experience would also be similar to what Sanat shared. So there was this exam that had to take in order to qualify for studying abroad in a different country. So I did not understand the exact the best method to practice for this exam. So I took it once and I did not do that well. I had to ask my father for another chance to retake it, and I have to say it was quite a difficult thing for me to ask, and because it was not um, the amount to pay to take the exam was a lot. So my father was kind enough to help me, and I had to use my experiences from my first time to understand what exactly needs to be done. And I kind of force myself to think that this could be the last time. I should just take it one more time and take it one step, one day at a time, and practice writing and speaking English. The exams were GRE and TOEFL. So that was my experience. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Madan. Okay, so we are done with the table topics section, and I would like to hand the control back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Rogal, for your interesting questions. But before we go to next section, please raise the poll for the best table topic speaker. Please choose one of your favorite. I believe it's a tight competition. Now it comes to our next section, general evaluation. Today, who will lead the general evaluation? Han, could you please take the lead now?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Han. I'm your general evaluator today. And so the purpose of the general evaluator is to run the general evaluation section and also to introduce the other evaluators, the other role players as well, who did some evaluation type things. So the first is our speech evaluators. We'll do the speech evaluators, then the facilitators. So the first evaluator is Nicole. Nicole, please, can you do your evaluation, please?
Yes. Hey, everyone. Okay, so I will be evaluating Rihanna. Rihanna, you were supposed to give an icebreaker speech, and as part of giving an icebreaker speech, your timing was supposed to be between 4 and 6 minutes, and you did 5 minutes with 36 seconds. So congratulations on that. Very good. Usually for icebreakers, I get to see what type of person, at least that's the goal of it, to see what type of person you are for our club. And I could see right off the bat from your speech that you're a very caring person and that you're a very mindful person. So in terms of introducing yourself to the club as to the type of person that you are, I would say that you hit that goal very well. Now, as to something that you may want to improve on. So I'm going to start off with not your speech per se, but your presentation. Since you're on the phone, I don't know if you know this, I'm on the laptop and I've actually just discovered this. When you're on your phone, the screen is tinier, so it's a bit harder to see you even if I'm on the computer. And your lighting, I can see that you have a light in the background that is casting some shadow on your face. I don't know if you would like to maybe have a desk light shine a bit more at a 45-degree angle to your face so that we can see your face maybe a bit clearer. And in terms of your speech, I feel that you were very well organized. And I think that to challenge yourself for a future speech, I would maybe work on how you present, not only with the lighting, but also maybe have a background, maybe a scene or a blurry background if you don't particularly want to have a scene. Other than that, I will be seeing the recording of your speech again and sending you a more detailed evaluation. I apologize, my internet fell off for the first part of your speech. So I'll be sending that to you very soon via email. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Nicole. And now our next evaluator for the prepared speeches is Denise. Please welcome Denise onto the stage. Oh, I see. Maybe.
Okay, thank you, Han. Sorry. Okay, so I will be evaluating Nicole. Nicole, I congratulate you on completing your second speech for the second project of visionary communication. You're on your way to completing the second pathway. So good for you. As to how you delivered your speech, I want to say right off the bat that you did sound natural. It did sound like a conversation, and I think you did a good job there. Areas for you to improve, I would suggest to create an outline of the speech that you want to deliver and focus on the main points. So as to when you deliver your speech, every single topic or every single sentence that you share builds up to that main point. At times during your speech, I was a tad bit confused as to what your main message was. So I would encourage you to sit and create an outline to be strategic about the sentences that you're going to be choosing. Other than that, I would perhaps bring attention to your camera frame. You are using a blurred background and some of your hand gestures got lost in it, aside from your hand being cut by the frame. So you might want to pay attention to that. Other than that, I think you were very fluid. You had a very inspirational message. I did love this new take on we're not on the same boat, but we're on the same storm. I do believe that's very appropriate for Toastmasters. And I think that overall, your inspirational message did get through. So just take these observations into consideration for your next speech. And I wish you the best as a speaker and communicator. Back to you, General Evaluator Han.
Thank you very much, Denise. Now I would like to Okay, there is a poll here for the best evaluator. So if you could just go ahead and do that, I will do mine. And while I'm doing that, I will also now introduce the facilitators so that they can give their reports. And the first facilitator I'd like to introduce is our grammarian, Vivek. Please welcome Vivek onto our stage.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, and hello again, everyone. Today, the word of the day was elated, and I could not hear anyone using this word of the day. I also did not hear any noticeable grammatical mistake, but today we used very good phrases and words, and I have made a list of all those phrases and words. Let me share the list with you. So some good words and phrases are facilitate, without further ado, a phrase that was used so many times in today's meeting. Condescending, keep an eye out, liaison, make a call to action, daunting, appreciation. So there were many good words and phrases like this. Overall, it was a very good meeting, grammar-wise, and that's all my report. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Vivek. So now I would like to introduce our R counter, who is Denise.
Right. Hello again. Thank you, Han. I will be sharing my screen. Okay. Can you see the report?
Yes.
My apologies. Let's go again. Okay, can you see the report now?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so we all did very well as a group. I think, and this is another for me. Okay, so I think we can do better in the uhs and ums. Some of us, I understand, that are not used to speaking in front of a camera. So it does become nervous to speak. Take me, for example. I'm doing a lot of ums and a lot of uhs. Yeah, so we can definitely do better. My suggestion to do better with the uhs is to, prior to start speaking, have a clear idea of what it is you want to say. It happens to me that when I have a very clear idea of the message I want to get through, I have so less distracting filler words. But when you start thinking about what's the next idea, that's where the filler words come in. So in this report, you can see the ums, uhs, and some of the ands that I could catch. I have some of the comments right here, but these are from a very old report, so don't pay too much attention to this. Please focus on the numbers on this area. I'm not going to go through each and every name because you can see your own name. I do encourage you to get better and be mindful of the message you're trying to get through, because the more mindful you are of the message you want to say, the less distracting filler words you will have in your message. At least that's my observations. So I wish you all very good luck and lots of learning and lots of practice. Okay, back to you, Han.
Thank you very much, Denise. And now that's it for the, oh no, it's not. We have the timer now. So please, can you welcome Zaidi Acosta onto the stage to give the timer report, please?
Hi, Han. Thank you for the introduction. I want to start out by saying that everyone has done a fantastic job today. And we're going to start with the prepared speeches section. The first speaker of the day was Rihanna, stayed within the time frame, 5 minutes, 32 seconds. Second speaker was Nicole at 5 minutes, 49 seconds. And for the table topics, we had Lucille at 1 minute, 47 seconds. Tracy, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Sanette, 1 minute, 18 seconds. Riley, 1 minute, 7 seconds. Madan, 1 minute and 52 seconds. All the facilitators spoke within their time frame. So this is also to help us stay and be concise within the allotted time frame and deliver our message accordingly. Thank you, everyone. Great session. Back to you, Han.
Thank you, Zaidi. And now we're going to move on to the section where I evaluate the people who didn't really get an evaluation. So I'm going to start off with the Sergeant at Arms stroke president, because Kanan just filled in that role, and he did very well to sort of just put in the disclaimer that we always have to put in, that the video is being recorded. And then he also asked for the recording to be started as well. And then as president, before that, actually, he got everybody to introduce themselves, which is something that I really like about this club, that the president always makes the little time to make it short for each person, but it's just enough so that everybody just has a little introduction of themselves. I think that's really good. It's really something that I was impressed and made me want to join this club at the very beginning, to be honest with you. And then we move on to the Toastmaster of the day, who was Bruce. And I know he took this on as a last minute thing.
One minute, sorry to interrupt. I think you skipped the Table Topics Evaluator.
Oh, okay. I'm very sorry. So the Table Topics Evaluator, may I introduce the Table Topics Evaluator? Who was that?
Claude.
This is
Claude. Oh, Claude,
yes.
I'm very sorry. I do apologize.
No problem, not the issue.
Please now introduce you to Claude, our Table Topics Evaluator, and I will continue after.
Thank you so much. It's happened most of the time. So let's perform this segment of our meeting. I am your Table Topic Evaluator. First of all, let me commend Raghav, our Table Topic Master, for his dynamic questions that were really challenging. And I really like the kickoff of this session. He took time to explain to all of us the aim of this session, so that even guests who are attending the meeting for the first time know what to say and what is really the aim of the session. And the questions were really engaged, and I would like to, and challenging. So I would like to congratulate Raghav for this great job. Now, let me take one by one our Table Topic speaker. I will start by Rachel. She gave a relevant example to motivate herself while searching for a job. She explained well and why she was looking for a job. And I see here great ideas to motivate herself. She used fully her time, as said by Zaidi. She talked for more than 1 minute, 1 minute and 45 seconds. So great job, Lucy. Tracy, our second speaker, your intervention was well structured. You show how to successfully face challenges to reach your goal by also involving your surrounding. I see here great idea also, and you also use fully your time, 1 minute, 40 seconds. Sanet, you share a great story. This was well structured. I like the great step you show us to achieve your result. You also were above 1 minute. You spent 1 minute and 18 seconds, I highlighted by Zaidi. Our speaker for relay, I'm pronouncing well your name. How to achieve your dream. I like the step you present during this impromptu speech. You said working hard, working smart, thinking before acting. I like it. Be focused, putting effort, and then assess, learn lesson, and you continue. Great. Sorry. I will disturb by call. Our last speaker is Madan. You explain the challenge you face and the way to try to solve the issue, even if you were obliged to ask for your father to help you. So it was challenging for you to start, but when you got your green line, it was easy for you and you did a great job. My general comment is that overall our 5 speakers did well. They used fully the maximum of the allocated time, and the question, even challenging, they try to explore, to go to give a great answer to response to the topic. One area of improvement for some of you is the structure of your responses. Make sure to have a well-structured speech with logical sequences so that we can follow you better. And what to say, it was really good. And I can say I felt elated after this tape topic session. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much. And a round of applause for Claude, please. Thank you. So now I will carry on with the evaluation of the facilitators. And I got up to Bruce. Bruce, he took it on the last minute, so I commend him for that. And yes, he set up the theme. He said what the theme was. He introduced the role players, and he did really well as being somebody who was like the glue in between all the speakers and all the role players. So well done to Bruce. And then our first evaluator was Nicole. Nicole, she first started by noting the timings, and she said that it was a very insightful, inspiring kind of speech to learn about the person. And that is something that is important when you give an icebreaker. And she commended the speaker for hitting the goals. And that's sort of important to know when you are doing an evaluation. And also she suggested improvements. That's something very important to do as well. So well done to Nicole. The next evaluator was Denise, who congratulated the speaker as well, and also did something important, was to recognize the pathway that the speaker was going on. And then she also suggested the improvements on the structure. So improvements on anything is very important when you do an evaluation. Then we had the table topics master, Raghav, who introduced the process very well. He also took the role on just like a last minute, but the impressive thing about him is that he had the slides prepared already. And so it just shows like he's very prepared for any kind of event that might just happen. And then he just brought up the slides and then he did the session. So well done, Raghav. Then we had our grammarian, Vivek, who noted that the word of the day wasn't used much. So maybe a shame that it wasn't, and I haven't used it either. So maybe we should try to use it more. Maybe it could have been promoted more or things like this. So maybe it was, yes, he had a, what was it? Shared the alerts throughout the meeting. Yes, and yes, he was, he shared a list of all the grammarian things about the grammar, and it showed that during the meeting he had to always be alert and just try to make notes of everything that was happening. Then we had the R counter, Denise, and she used a screen share to show a grid of the numbers that was collated. So that's something very useful when people are more visual, and then they try to be able to see something from the information on the screen. So that kind of works well if you're talking about that kind of information. And then Zaidi did well by also taking on a role in the last minute, and she didn't really know how to use the background to change the colors, but then she just used the different cards or different objects, and that's very well done because she just grabbed those objects and just did the job. And that's what you do, and that's what you learn at Toastmasters. And then our final one is Claude, our table topics evaluator, did very well to interrupt me to say, okay, I haven't done my bit yet. So yeah, I need to do that bit. So in summary, everybody did really well. And I encourage you all to sort of just, when you're off the camera, to smile when you're in because people in gallery view can see that, and have nobody sort of like having glum faces with your hands on your head like this, because it all sort of just adds to the feeling that even though you're online, you're listening to the people who are speaking. And then, yeah, so if everybody can just try to do different roles as well, try to fill in the roles as soon as possible, that really always helps with the meeting. And yeah, look back at the video. Finally, the final message is to look back at the video. Everybody go and look back at the video and see how you did. How did you play your part? And then sort of, it's kind of painful sometimes to do that, but I do that, and I really learn a lot. So thank you very much. And I pass you back to our Toastmaster of the day, Bruce. Thank you.
You're on mute, Bruce.
Thank you very much, Han. Actually, I just muted, but I don't know. Anyway, I believe everyone was elated with the meeting, right? And I just want to continue the theme. And just like I said at the beginning, and you have to do something persistently so that you can achieve. And also, I have a quote here from Albert Einstein, I believe. And he said, if you expect a different result, you should do it in a different way. That means you should, try to improve your method and approach to achieve your goal. So that, yeah, don't do it, repeatedly the same the same thing, but change something, change your approach. Then, yeah, do it, and toward your goal, you will achieve your goal in the future. Now, please raise the poll for today's best meeting facilitator. Thanks. Then now, I will just pass the meeting control to our president, Kenan. Welcome, Kenan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Bruce. I really appreciate for stepping up at the last minute and doing a fantastic job. Fellow Toastmasters, we have completed the meeting within 1 hour. You know why? There was a speaker slot vacant, nobody picked up. And people are just coming exactly at 9 o'clock, so they don't know what is going on. It is a best practice to join the meeting 15 minutes earlier and pick the roles. See, you have mentioned, my goal is to become a proficient speaker, right? Most of you have said that, but everybody comes at 9 o'clock and drops and not taking the role. How you will achieve? I have told many times, I think I'm the only guy who repeatedly saying that, come with a prepared speech. Today, there was an opportunity to take that role as the third speaker and then deliver a speech. See, by practicing only, by giving the speech, practicing it only, you can make it perfect. Practice makes perfect. So don't join just on the time. If you want to grow 15 minutes earlier, please join. I know Nicholas Brown joins at 8:20. I am there at 8:20. I am not seeing anyone else. We are chatting until 9 o'clock and 8:58 people are coming. That is not good. For your own good, it is not for me, okay? I think that you need to come early, take the roles, and if there is a speaker spot, take it and try to practice. I have told many times, if you are not doing that, the loss is for you. It's not for me. It is for you. There are two problems. One, you are not growing. Second, you are going to listen to me again and again and again and again. Why Kannan is giving a speech? Because I don't want to leave the spot vacant. That is the problem. Okay. So please, that's one thing I'm going to say that. I'm going to take 3 guest feedback before I announce the awards. Okay. First, 3 guest feedback. Riley, how do you feel about this meeting?
Very good. Very good. Yeah, it's very informative. It's just a wide variety of people here. It's really interesting. And just getting an idea of how Toastmasters works has been really something that has helped me understand a lot better about what we do here and how it's done. And I guess how presenting and speaking is done at a higher level. So I enjoyed it quite a bit. Thank you.
Thank you, Riley. You are welcome to attend every week, and then you can become a member if you want to improve. Second, I will call Madan. Madan, how do you feel about this meeting?
Yeah, it was a great meeting. The prepared speeches were quite inspiring, and the table topics questions were a bit challenging this time. I've attended a couple of meetings in the past, and this time it was quite challenging, and it was a great meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Then I will ask Shakir Zaman. Shakir, how do you feel about this meeting? I don't know when did you join, but thank you.
Yeah, it's my first meeting. I joined here for the first time. I learned a lot of things. I learned how it works and how this meeting is about. So it was a great experience for me, and I think I will join in the future, and I will learn a lot of things. Thank you.
All right. I'm seeing another couple of more guests. Let us spend some 2 more minutes. We have time. Morshad, can you tell us how do you feel about this meeting?
Yeah, thank you. So basically, I feel very good, and it's like very informative. Like when we just conversation to each other, then it will improve ourselves. So it's really, thank you.
Thank you, Morshad. Then I'm seeing a guest, Atai. Is it Atai? Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. Can you tell us how do you feel about this meeting?
Yeah, Toastmaster is always very informative, and what I think that it's not only that improve our English, it's I think it's a leadership English, and that how we speak and how you people evaluate us. I think this is definitely improve our speaking and cut our haziness or shyness in front of camera. Okay, so I really think this is really helpful. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I want to tell one thing to all our guests. You can attend our meeting every week as a guest any number of times. And then when you are ready, you can join. And then once you join, you can also give speeches, prepared speeches, and you can participate in anything. Okay. Try to attend as much as possible. Feel comfortable. There is no pressure, but buddies, we want to support each other's growth. Okay. We want to make sure that we support everyone to achieve their goal. Now, let me give the awards for the day. Best speaker, Nicole, can you put your video on?
Hey everyone. So I apologize. I'm the club's vice president of public relations, and I'm currently speaking with someone on our Facebook page, trying to introduce them to Buddies and Toastmasters International in general. I think that today's meeting was awesome, and quite frankly, I really liked Rihanna's speech as well. I think that both our topics kind of mended well into what it was that we wanted to say, and this is what I love about Buddies, that we're all just on a very similar page of helping each other do better. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Next, I'm going to announce the best table topic speaker. Our best table topic speaker is guest Riley. Riley, how do you feel about receiving this award?
Wow, it's very unexpected. Many of the other tabletop topic speakers were very good. Particularly, I'd like to point out Tracy. Your speech about the hurricane was something that just touched me. I've dealt with in the past, my professional life, making tools to help people get through hurricanes, particularly when it comes to finding fuel and power. So I found that to really be connecting with me. Yeah, I really appreciate that, everyone. Totally unexpected, and thank you.
Thank you. Next, best evaluator, our VP Education, Dennis.
Thank you, everyone. Love to be here for you, and I look forward to keep growing, and I look forward to seeing you all grow as well. Back to you, Kanan.
If for the benefit of others, I'm also going to say that Dennis will be our future president from 1st of July. Okay, she'll be leading us for the next year. Best facilitator, Han, how do you feel about receiving this?
Thank you very much. I'm a bit surprised because I think I really fluffed up my lines when I was talking about the grammarian there. But thank you very much. Thank you for voting. It's an honor to be in this club. It's a wonderful club. Thank you. Back to you, Kanan.
Thank you. That's all for today. We are able to finish a little bit early because there was a speaker slot vacant. Hence, one evaluator slot also got vacant. With that, we could have gone up to 10:30. But come back next week. Next week is a speechathon. 7 speakers will be doing. There may not be any table, though there will be table topic. There will not be oral evaluation, but you can join us next week. That will be the last week of that month. Having said that, I am going to close this meeting. This meeting is closed. And if you want to stay late, you can stay and talk. Thank you.